welcome to On the One and Done. This is the show that celebrates the greatest funk songs ever created. Be sure to like, comment, and share the show, and set your alert notifications so as to never miss an episode. Thank you very much for your continued interest and support. I so much appreciate it. I'm your tour guide for this affair, Scott Dr. Jigs Goldfine, lifelong funkateer, DJ, music journalist, author of Everything's on the One, the first guide to funk, and producer of the Truth and Rhythm, Where'd You Get Your Funk From, and Jam Fans Forum podcasts. Be sure to catch them on the Funk and Stuff Network. In this episode, we're going to be jamming Graham Central Station's 1975 monster, aptly titled The Jam. We'll check out a live version so we can see the band doing their thing, and also to make it less likely for YouTube's copyright algorithm to block this video. We don't want that. We don't want a Sir Nose interfering with this incredible funk. Support the artists and musicians featured in this episode and all Funk and Stuff channel programming by purchasing their recordings. You can use the link in the description to do so. And if they're still performing, get out and see those shows. Fortunately, Larry Graham is still doing his plucking thing. The mission with On the One and Done is to review, analyze, and especially appreciate this amazing music, and in doing so, educate, evaluate, lend insights, and stimulate comment on the songs and artists. For this episode, led by former Sly and the Family Stone slap and plucking bass pioneer and powerful vocalist Larry Graham, the self-proclaimed baddest group from east to west, Graham Central Station, was in fact one of the down and dirtiest bands to ever do it. This lead-off track from the hard-hitting Ain't No Bout It Doubt It album reached number 15 on the R&B singles chart, and thankfully was in heavy radio rotation in Los Angeles, where I grew up. So it introduced me to the mighty GCS as a junior high student, teenager. So I'll never forget it coming out of the radio back then, and just that swelling organ and the rise of the music and the bass coming in and everybody taking their turn on their instrument and their vocals. It was unreal and nice and long, give you some time to sink into that groove and just have it go through every pore of your being. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's more than 8 devastating minutes long on the original studio version. This propulsive track led off an album that also included It's All Right, Water, one of my all-time favorites, and the number one hit, Your Love. Also had a great cover of I Can't Stand the Rain. Produced by Graham, who also plays synthesizer, drums, keyboards, and organ, the group in 1975 also included Herschel Happiness Kennedy on keys, trumpet, Manuel the Deacon Kello on drums, David Dynamite Vega on guitar, Robert Butch Sam on keys, and the inimitable Patrice Chocolate, C-O-L-C-L-E-T, Banks on vocals and the Funkbox drum machine. She's been on Truth and Rhythm, so check out that episode. It's really cool. You don't want to miss it. Right now, on bass, y'all, he's a funky, funky man whose name is Larry Graham. And so, let's do it on the One and Done to a live 1997 version of GCS's The Jam.
Let me see it! Yeah! Let me see it! Let me see it! Three, four!
groove right there that it kicks into. What a groove. You know, GCS released 7 albums during the 1970s, and they were one of the most important bands of the Golden Funk era. While they all have standout songs and Graham's breathtaking bass work on them, ain't no about a doubt it was the most successful and my personal favorite, reaching number 4 on the R&B chart and being certified gold. The group made many TV appearances during that run, and I highly recommend searching for them on YouTube. Let's get back to it. All of them wearing the traditional white like they did for many years as a band.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Ain't on the planet, y'all. My name is Herschel Happiness.
Oh, you get it, man. Get it. Play that thing. Don't hurt him, Larry. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Lord. You know, I first had the delight of seeing GCS on a bill with the Isley Brothers at the Los Angeles Forum back in 1979, 1980 time frame. And then again, nearly 2 decades later at the more intimate House of Blues in Hollywood. It was a killer show, and afterwards, I was thrilled to speak with Graham, who could not have been nicer. I got a bunch of stuff autographed from him that's still on my walls right now. I asked him at that time if he knew Prince and if he knew that he had been covering his tunes, because back then Prince was doing I Believe in You, Hair, and lots of the Graham Central Station tunes as well. So I asked him about it, that he was covering his material, and I thought it'd be cool for them to collaborate. He told me at that point he had never met Prince, but would seek to do so. Within a year, they connected, and Graham became one of the most important musical and spiritual mentors of Prince's life. So, I don't know. I like to think I played a little small role in it, at least. I don't know. But nowadays on YouTube, you can find versions of Prince playing The Jam, both on his own and with Graham by his side. Let's move it back a little bit and get back to it again right now. quite the same as CHOCLAT, chocolate. At least a lot of the other band members, originals, are still at this performance. And only Larry Graham and Graham Central Station. Good Lord. I'm guessing that explosive track's origins trace back to GCS's early 1970s shows, probably doing it as a real jam for the audience. I got to mention that, ironically and sadly to me, the biggest hits of Graham's career came as a soul balladeer during the 1980s with wedding song standards like One in a Million You, When We Get Married, and Just Be My Lady. Thankfully, he returned to funk and has released a handful of solid albums since the 1990s. I especially recommend his 1992 Double Live album. If you can track it down, it's really, really nice live set. For now, hope you enjoyed the jam and jamming together. That wraps up another edition of On the One and Done. Special thanks to PTFI for providing the theme music. Support the artists and musicians featured in this episode and all Funkin' Stuff channel programming by purchasing their recordings and attending their performances. A few questions to get your juices going and get you in the comments. Throw your comments down, would you? Where does this song rank in your all-time funk or Graham Central Station lists? Where were you when you first heard it? Like I was telling you, I remember hearing it, at the park when I was in junior high, coming out my little radio. Who do you feel influenced this song and were influenced by it? Could anything have been done to make this song better? Of course, this particular version would have been that much better having chocolate as part of it, but I couldn't find any, really good quality recordings of this from back in the 70s when she was with them, unfortunately. But chime in and build this community and keep the funk alive in the comments. Also drop down what other songs you'd like featured on this program. With that, until next time, this is Scott Dr. Juice Goldfine, as always, saying keep on vibrating to the rhythm of the one.